Hello dear readers and subscribers. It is safe to say that Canada has had a significant impact on the contemporary art scene over the past few decades. As a result, in today's video we're going to highlight that impact, but also provide you a recent anthology of the top 10 Canadian contemporary artists today. Thanks to Artfact's Home of the Artists ranking, we are able to create a recent selection based on objective data and career facts, measuring the pertinence of artists in the art world. As a result, this top 10 is neither a competition nor is it my personal preference or my personal opinion. It is simply a presentation of the top results of this survey to discuss the most established Canadian artists of this moment. Before diving into the top 10, I want to thank the generous support of Squarespace, who supports all our top list videos. Squarespace was the #1 website builder from our survey in search for the best website builders for artists, and we have a complete tutorial and a discount code which I'll link to in the description below. That being said, it is time to get started.
Sara Cwynar, born in 1985 in Vancouver, residing and working in Brooklyn, is a contemporary artist whose work explores the accumulation, endurance, and changing value of images over time. Her conceptual photographs and films involve the continual archiving and representation of collected visual materials, blending diverse imagery with art theory references. Cwynar's pieces intricately recall advertisements, retail catalogs, and old art history textbooks, meditating on how everyday images shape collective worldviews and how these ideals can evolve through time and context. Angela Bulloch, born in 1966 in Rainy River, Ontario, residing and working in Berlin, Germany, is a multidisciplinary artist reflecting her interest in systems, patterns, and rules, as well as the history of shapes and human interaction. Bulloch is perhaps best known for her pixel boxes, which initially featured beechwood construction with glass front screens, displaying softly changing and pulsing colors that abstract complex visual patterns into simple shifting monochromes. Recently, Bulloch's sculptures have explored the logic of geometry and seriality, with their appearance changing based on the viewer's perspective, creating impressions of irregularity or totemic regularity. Moyra Davey, born in 1958 in Toronto and currently residing and working in New York, is a contemporary artist and filmmaker. Davey's early work included documentary-style photographs of her family and friends, but her focus soon shifted to capturing the overlooked details of everyday life, such as coins, kitchen shelves, and clumps of dust. In the mid-2000s, Davey's work began to incorporate moving images, reflecting her deep interest in reading and writing. Her video essays blend personal narratives with explorations of the texts and lives of authors and thinkers like Walter Benjamin and Mary Wollstonecraft, with her writing playing a central role in these works. Marcel Dzama, born in 1974 in Winnipeg, residing and working in Brooklyn, is a contemporary painter predominantly working with acrylics and watercolor on paper, who has developed a distinct visual language since gaining recognition in the late 1990s. His work examines human actions and motivations, as well as the blurred boundaries between reality and the subconscious. Drawing from both folk traditions and art historical influences, Dzama's creations depict a universe filled with childhood fantasies and surreal fairy tales featuring dancers, masked figures, anthropomorphized animals, human-plant hybrids, and grinning moons. His imagery incorporates art historical references such as Oskar Schlemmer's ballet costumes, Francis Picabia's 1940s portraits, and direct nods to Francisco de Goya, Marcel Duchamp, and Joseph Beuys. Jeremy Shaw, born in 1977 in North Vancouver, working and residing in Berlin, Germany, is a multimedia artist focusing on speculative worlds that reflect transcendental experiences, highlighting the human desire to engage with the world beyond cognitive and quantifiable means. He investigates ecstatic bodily practices and combines scientific knowledge with cultural references, describing his work as parafictional or post-documentary, which blurs the lines between reality and social imaginaries. His artistic strategies draw from conceptual art, documentary film, music video, and scientific research, addressing themes such as psychedelic drug use, time travel, and scientific imaging procedures. Jon Rafman, born in 1981 in Montreal, where the artist continues to reside and work, is renowned for his diverse body of work that includes video, animation, photography, sculpture, and installation. His works, which often incorporate internet-sourced images and narrative material, explore digital technologies and the communities they foster, focusing on the emotions and fantasies that define our technology-driven lives. By doing so, Rafman critically examines the internet age, addressing themes of alienation, nostalgia, loneliness, and grief. His art addresses the paradox of our time, where convenience of technology often leads to isolation, and where the impermanence of digital experiences contrasts with the persistence of digital memory. Stan Douglas, born in 1960 in Vancouver, where the artist continues to work and reside, is a renowned artist whose multidisciplinary work spans film, photographs, and installations. Since the 1980s, Douglas has explored the boundaries of various mediums, focusing on the role of technology in image making and its impact on collective memory. His works are known for their historical and cultural specificity, while remaining broadly accessible. Stan Douglas's work frequently incorporates recognizable literary, cinematic, and musical references, as well as familiar stories, places, and characters. However, these complex works often subvert expectations, offering complexity, perplexity, and doubt instead of straightforward narrative fulfillment. Born in 1955 in St. Catharines, Ontario, residing and working in Toronto, Edward Burtynsky is widely recognized as one of the leading contemporary photographers globally. His work predominantly explores the transformation of nature through industrial activity, capturing some of the most striking examples of this phenomenon worldwide. Often employing an aerial perspective, Burtynsky's large-scale photographs are noted for their detail and expansive scope, sometimes resembling painterly abstractions. Jeff Wall, born in 1946 in Vancouver, where the artist continues to work and reside, is a renowned artist whose work integrates photography with elements of painting, cinema, and literature. His photographic works range from classical reportage to elaborate constructions and montages, typically produced on a scale traditionally associated with painting. His early works, created as backlit colored transparencies, a medium then linked with advertising rather than fine art, had a significant impact when displayed in galleries and museums, contributing to the recognition of color as a crucial aspect of photographic aesthetics. Another significant aspect of Wall's oeuvre is his near-documentary approach. So these images, while resembling traditional documentary photographs, are actually carefully staged in collaboration with the subjects. By reconstructing scenes he has observed but not photographed in real time, Wall explores the formal and dramatic possibilities of documentary photography. Kapwani Kiwanga, born in 1978 in Hamilton, residing and working in Paris in France, is a contemporary artist investigating the pervasive impact of power asymmetries by juxtaposing historical narratives with contemporary realities, but also future possibilities. Her research-driven practice delves into marginalized or forgotten histories, utilizing a diverse range of materials and mediums including sculpture, installation, photography, video and performance. By recontextualizing canonical systems of power, Kiwanga creates art that encourages viewers to reconsider existing structures and envision alternative futures. She has developed an aesthetic approach she describes as exit strategies, which offer multiple perspectives and new ways of navigating and understanding the world.
Something must be in the water over there, resulting in all these top photographers that are leading fine art photography in this day and age. That being said, which Canadian artists did we miss in this selection? Who are your favorite Canadian artists, and which country would you like to see the next top list coming from? Thank you so much for tuning in today. Feel free to watch our video on the best figurative painters today next. Support us on Patreon and please consider subscribing to stay posted for more contemporary art. Bye.